She didn't just cheat on me, she stopped seeing me as human. I never imagined I'd be the guy writing one of these posts. The cliché, clueless husband who didn't see the cheating coming. But here I am. My name's Tyler. I'm 35. Married to Addison, yes, that Addison. If you live anywhere near LA or follow wellness influencers, you probably know her. Bright smile, designer yoga gear, hundreds of thousands of followers. People always told me how lucky I was to have her. Truth is, I used to believe that too. Addison and I met back in college, Berkeley. She was all candles and crystals, I was all spreadsheets and structure. It worked. At least for a while. We were the couple that made sense in that opposites attract kind of way. When she got big on social media, I was genuinely proud of her. I helped shoot content, manage emails, even booked her first brand deals. But something changed once she blew up. At first, it was subtle. A condescending, "You wouldn't get it, babe," when I asked questions about her shoots. Then it was, "Can you hold my bag?" at events instead of introducing me. One night she told a podcast host I was her business partner, not her husband. But I told myself it was stress, fame, business. That the woman I married was still in there somewhere, just overwhelmed. Spoiler, she wasn't. So yeah, it all came crashing down over a phone notification. Classic, right? It was a Thursday morning. She was in the shower getting ready for some women in tech brunch. Funny, considering she can't code a damn thing. I was making coffee when her phone buzzed on the marble island next to me. Normally, I wouldn't even glance. But the screen lit up and I saw a name I didn't recognize. Wes. We don't know any Wes. At least don't. The preview said. Still thinking about that thing you did with your tongue. Damn. My car still smells like you. My chest went cold. And in that moment I did something I never thought I'd do. I picked up her phone. No password, she was too arrogant for that. And there it was. A whole thread of messages. Her in lingerie, barely their lace, on our bed. Posing. Arching her back. God, I remember that set. I bought it for her birthday. Captions like, "Wish you were here instead of my boring-ass husband. He's downstairs. Be quiet this time." And the photos weren't just sexy. They were intimate. Tongue out, hair messy, makeup smudged. She looked like a woman in love. Or at least in lust. And the worst part? The timestamps. This wasn't a fling. This had been going on for months. While I was booking her wellness retreats, she was getting bent over the back seat of Wes's Tesla. She came out of the shower in a silk robe like nothing had happened, humming some indie pop crap and toweling off her hair. I was standing there, her phone in my hand, trying to keep my voice from shaking. "All this time, you've been King Wes?" She froze. Dead still. Then, like flipping a switch, she scoffed and said, "Are you seriously going through my phone now? Wow, Tyler. That's creepy." I nearly choked. "That's what you're going with? Creepy? Not sorry, not I can explain." She rolled her eyes, tightened her robe like I was the one being inappropriate. "Okay, first of all, it's not what it looks like." I held up the screen. "Addison, you said his car still smells like you. You told him to be quiet because I was downstairs." She snatched the phone from my hand like a teenager getting caught sneaking out. "You're twisting everything. We're just creatively close. He understands me. You haven't touched me in months." That hit me hard. Because it wasn't true. I'd tried. I'd suggested date nights, weekend trips, even just cuddling up to watch a show. Every time I reached out, she pulled away. "You shut me out," I said. "And now you're blaming me for not breaking through the wall you built?" And then, with zero irony, she muttered, "God, you're so dramatic." I walked out. Just grabbed my keys and left. Not because I couldn't keep arguing, but because I knew if I stayed, I'd end up yelling something I couldn't take back. But in that moment, something clicked. She didn't just cheat on me, she stopped seeing me as human. I didn't go to a bar. Didn't call a friend. I just drove. Around the block. Around the city. For hours. I ended up in a Target parking lot of all places, just staring at a shopping cart someone left halfway up the curb. The rage came in waves, sweaty palms, pounding heart, jaw clenched so tight I thought I'd break a tooth. But then came the grief. This wasn't just about Addison screwing some dude named Wes. It was about the slow death of a marriage I didn't want to bury yet. I thought about our first apartment, the tiny one-bedroom in Oakland where she used to write love notes on sticky notes and hide them in my lunch bag. I thought about the days she hit 100K followers and cried because she couldn't believe people liked her. Back then I held her when she doubted herself. Now she looked at me like I was furniture. And God, the insults. That I was boring. That I didn't touch her. That I was creepy for finding out she was getting railed behind my back. And what killed me most? I started to believe it. Maybe I was boring. Maybe she did need someone more exciting. Maybe this was my fault. But no. F***ck that. I did everything, edited her content, handled her contracts, even cooked dinner when she was too spiritually drained to microwave rice. And she paid me back with secrecy, sex in Teslas, and smug gaslighting. I was spiraling. But I was also simmering. And that simmer was about to turn into a plan. The next morning, I woke up with a headache and a mission. No more Target parking lot breakdowns. No more hoping she'd apologize. I was done begging for crumbs of affection from someone who treated me like an employee with benefits. Addison wanted to humiliate me? Cool. Now it was her turn. First move, I started collecting receipts. Literally. Every hotel charge she claimed was for brand collabs. Every Uber to Wes's condo when she swore she was meditating at a sound bath. I dug into her iCloud, found a synced folder full of spicy selfies she sent him, the ones she never sent me. I screen-recorded voice notes too. One where she giggled. He's so dumb he actually thinks I'm working late tonight. Another where she told Wes she'd eventually ditch the baggage and go full PR on the divorce. The next day, I scheduled a meeting with my lawyer cousin, Matt, family black sheep turned pitbull divorce attorney. When I showed him everything, he said, "Ty, you could own her house, car, and half her Instagram following if you want." I wasn't sure about the money. But the truth? I wanted that out there. So I waited. I let her walk around the house like nothing had happened. I played my role, answered her emails, booked her flights, even ironed her dress for a morning show segment about authentic relationships. But behind the scenes, I was the one writing the script now. Addison always said her brand was built on transparency. People follow me because I'm real, Ty. Right. Real filtered, real curated, and real full of sh*t. So I figured, why not give her fans a real look behind the scenes? I waited for the perfect opportunity. Her podcast's 3-year anniversary party. Big guest list, tons of influencers, even a couple D-list celebs. I wasn't invited, of course. I was on call to coordinate food deliveries and help her glam squad get parking. But while she was upstairs getting her brows laminated or whatever, I was downstairs in her home office, where she'd left her laptop open. Stupid. Careless. Like I didn't build her entire digital footprint. I uploaded a little something to her Dropbox. A file titled, Brand Assets Final. Inside? Screenshots. Videos. The receipts. I synced the file to her iPad, the one she always uses to show off slideshows at events. At 8 p.m. Right after her speech about sacred energy and partnerships, she handed the iPad to her assistant and told her to play the deck. Slide 1, Addison and Wes tangled up in some hotel room, kissing with half their clothes off. Slide 2, texts. He's so dumb he still does my taxes. Slide 3, audio. Addison laughing, saying, I married him for stability, not orgasms. It played for maybe 40 seconds before someone yanked the cable. But that was enough. The room went dead silent. Cameras were already out. Phones were already recording. She just stood there, frozen, mouth open, face going pale under her spray tan. I wasn't there to see it in person, but Lisa, my sister, MVP, sent me clips from 5 different angles. I watched that sh*T with a whiskey in one hand and the biggest grin of my life. Her publicist quit the next day. Addison went into full crisis mode. Within 24 hours, she posted a WhatsApp screenshot to Instagram, white background, shaky apology font. It started with, "To my community, I am deeply sorry if I've let you down," and somehow morphed into a paragraph about trauma, childhood wounds, and navigating complicated truths in the public eye. She never mentioned me. Not once. But the comments lit up. "Didn't you say he was your rock last week? Sis, cheating isn't complicated. It's trash behavior. You're sorry you got caught, not sorry you did it." Within a week, 2 brand deals were reevaluating their relationship with her. One podcast platform removed her bonus content entirely. She posted a tearful reel titled, "I'm taking a break to heal and reflect." It got ratioed to hell. But the best part? She tried to privately shame me, again. She sent me a voice memo that said, "You really think people are on your side? You were just my +1, Tyler. No one wants to hear from the ex-husband of a successful woman." So I dropped a little TikTok. Just me in a hoodie, walking my dog, saying, "POV, your wellness influencer wife tells the world about healing and transparency, while sneaking around in a Tesla with a guy named Wes." 500,000 views in 2 days. Verified users in the comments saying, "Justice for Tyler." I didn't respond to her message. I didn't need to. Her empire was crumbling one follower at a time, and I hadn't even served her divorce papers yet. But that was next. Addison thought she was untouchable. Too pretty, too public, too powerful to be left. She underestimated me. The day I served the papers, I made sure it was poetic. Not petty, precise. She was hosting a healing brunch with her last few remaining influencer friends, trying to claw her way back from the PR hellfire. They were all gathered on the back patio, sipping cucumber water and arranging crystals while her assistant streamed it live. That's when the process server showed up, walked right through the gate like he owned the place, and handed her the envelope with a polite, "Addison Rae Wilder? You've been served." It was all caught on camera. Her face dropped mid-manifestation. Inside the envelope was a fully loaded divorce petition. Infidelity clause invoked. Request for spousal compensation. Claims on all shared property, including the house I paid for. My cousin Matt made sure it was airtight. There was even a screenshot of her own text where she told Wes, "I'd leave him if I wasn't scared he'd take half." Well, guess what? I wanted half now. She called me screaming that night. Said I was ruining her. Told me I was vindictive and cold. I told her, "No, Addison. I'm just done letting you walk on me in heels I paid for." That was the last time I ever answered her call. It didn't happen overnight. It was slow. Beautifully slow. First, the brands bailed. No more free skincare kits, no more partnerships with boutique retreats in Tulum. Her hashtag ad posts started getting ghosted. You could almost hear the silence in her Instagram comments. Then, the followers started vanishing. 500K turned into 300K, then 150K. Influencer gossip pages picked it up. Wellness queen cheats on husband who built her brand. Someone even dug up old footage from the brunch meltdown and dubbed it with circus music. Her podcast? Dead. Spotify took it down after complaints about misleading branding. Her TikTok was flooded with hashtag Addison accountability memes. Some genius even posted a parody skit where the healer character burned sage while texting 3 guys behind her boyfriend's back. Meanwhile, I was quietly thriving. I got offered consulting gigs from small business owners who actually respected what I'd built. One of them, Natalie, smart, sharp, total opposite of Addison, invited me for coffee to pick my brain. It turned into lunch. Then dinner. Then a quiet kind of connection I hadn't felt in years. No makeup persona. No curated life. Just two people talking about real sh*t over tacos. Addison? Last I heard, she moved into a rented apartment in West Hollywood. Her healing break turned into an indefinite hiatus. Wes dumped her when the brand deals dried up. Poetic. She became the influencer cautionary tale. A case study in burning everything down for clout and creative energy. And me? I got peace. Silence. And eventually, something that felt like actual happiness. I didn't think closure would come quietly. I thought it would be some grand moment, a final confrontation, a long apology, maybe even a tearful scene in the rain. But nah. Closure came one random Tuesday, standing in the checkout line at Trader Joe's. I was grabbing oat milk and frozen dumplings, and I looked up and saw a magazine by the register. There she was, Addison, on the cover of some indie zine, not glowing but grasping. The headline read, "Rising Again, How One Influencer is Rebuilding After Betrayal." I laughed. Not bitter, not angry, just amused. It was all spin. The same empty mantras in a new dress. I didn't buy the magazine. I didn't need to. I walked out, got in my car, and realized something wild. I hadn't thought about her in weeks. The rage was gone. The hurt had faded. What stayed? Gratitude. Not for what she did, but for what it forced me to do. She didn't destroy me. She exposed what I'd been too scared to admit. I was clinging to a fantasy. A woman who existed only in Instagram captions and filtered photos. The real Addison? She wasn't my partner. She was a user in yoga pants. Now I have space. Real space. For people who show up without needing an audience. And if you're reading this, scrolling at 2 a.m., wondering if the person you love is slowly erasing you, listen to that voice. That ache. It's trying to save you. You're not boring. You're not the problem. You're just loving someone who only loves their reflection. Walk away. And when you're ready, build something better. For you. My influencer wife cheated, humiliated me publicly, and treated me like her personal assistant. So I exposed her to the world, and built a better life without her. I have many other stories. Go to my channel, subscribe so you don't lose us. Give me a thumbs up.